Hey, it's Brian. Good morning. 10:21 Central Time or 8:21 for those of you on the West Coast. Hey, anyway, um, the other day, it was kind of funny. I posted that I found 50 million bucks and somebody tried to call me out on that being a clickbait title, which I found very humorous because the rest of the title literally said what I was going to talk about. And I don't remember specifically what it was, but I really did find 50 million bucks. And yeah, I didn't say what denomination, but that's irrelevant. And or what currency. And I don't remember what it was, but I literally said in the title what I was going to talk about, just like the title for today. And, if you look at the description, and how did I even get started down this path of, you know, and all of the AI tool stuff I play with every day. It's actually pretty fun. I know a lot of people don't have time. Hey, we have a cameo by Buddy. He got to go to the vet yesterday because he got in a little bit of a scrap and has a hole in his face, but he also likes doing cameos on the video. So here he is. Anyway, a couple of years ago, oh yeah, I'll just go back. Having fun with AI. Small businesses really need to embrace it. People say, "Oh, I don't have time," or "It's confusing." Or I get it. I don't have time for it, and sometimes it is confusing on different levels for sure. I'm not a coder, but I'm now building legitimate web apps. I've got some going up for sale on Google. I've built Chrome extensions, and I'm not a coder, so if I can do it, really anybody can do it. All you need to know how to do is communicate with the platform that you're using. But um, so how did I even get into this? Back on December 23rd, 2022, I was on my way up to Washington. Got a notice while I was sitting at the lounge in Vegas. Hey, your flight's delayed. Okay, no problem. I'm expecting a flight delay. It's Christmas, it's holidays, and those things happen. But then I called my buddy and said, "Hey, I'm going to be late." And he said, "Hey, your flight's not even going to get here. The runways are icy." So, long story short, I ended up getting lucky and got on a flight back to San Antonio and spent Christmas in San Antonio. And that's when I learned and discovered ChatGPT. Did a bunch of stuff, played with it, thought it was great. Um, and went way down the rabbit hole, started finding a bunch of YouTube videos and found out what all ChatGPT could do. Now, at the time, that was the only one around. Now, I probably use ChatGPT 20% of the time. Most of the time, I use Claude and do use other tools. But that's how I got into it. I got into it by fluke, and I'm sure I would have discovered it eventually because I've always been online and always done online marketing. Been doing that since the late 90s when I built my first website for Justin Bannerman. Shout out to you. I built one for the Anacortes Cyclery, and it was hideous, but that was back in the 90s and all websites were hideous. So anyway, why do I like AI for small businesses? It's because it levels the playing field, kind of like websites did back 20 years ago. It brings everybody, small businesses, large businesses, all on the same plane. What I really like about it is it helps small businesses streamline some of their operations, some of the things that they do internally, like, customer satisfaction stuff and chatbots and answering questions and doing all these types of things that take up time. And, small businesses, rather than going out and hiring more people to manage the mundane, you can actually automate all these AI tools to do the mundane for you. So you're not wasting time on responding to an FAQ, for example. You can actually have chatbots doing these things for you, uh, even responding to emails, things of things of that nature. And yeah, so that's why I like AI for small businesses. How did I get into all of this, and why do I like working with small businesses in the first place? Now, if you don't know, my dad owned a roofing company for ever and a day. I grew up in roofing. I was born into it. He started roofing when he was 16 years old. And but it was his passion. He loved it, but he was horrible with marketing. And I saw that. I helped him with his marketing one time. I was back in Washington, and I asked him. I said, "How do you get most of your customers?" And he said, "I run a lot of phone book ads." Now, for those who are younger, phone books, we used to have them back in the olden days with every business phone number for whatever you needed done that was in there. And if you wanted to spend real money and get noticed, you placed an ad. Now, those ads in my dad's area was costing him, and you had to buy it by the year, by the way, but those were costing him about $2,000 a quarter. So he was spending 8 grand every year to have an ad in the phone book. And he couldn't really measure it. He couldn't track it. There are all these things that couldn't be done. So he was coming up to a renewal. Then he said, what can I do online if I did online marketing? And I asked him to shut off his ads in the phone book. If it didn't work, he could pick it up in the next quarter. I said, but give me 1 quarter's worth of what you spend in the phone book. So $2,000. That was his budget. $2,000 to run Google ads. Within a couple of hours, he was the top result in the search engines on Google for Northwest Washington. Had a couple of ad placements, had a couple of content placements, things like that. And within a few weeks, he actually asks me to turn off his ads because he was getting too much work. He couldn't handle all the work that he was getting, and he didn't want to grow his business any bigger than what it was. So, so that's what we did. We ran some ads, and he never did another phone book ad again. So all that to say, why I like working with small businesses and helping them discover AI and online marketing and all of that is I really believe in small businesses, small business owners, and what they want. Most of them are doing this out of passion initially and just don't get so much of the back end of it. Running a company is one thing, but how do you get customers coming to you? So that's why I really like working with small businesses. AI, I think, like I said, leveling everything and making it simpler. Once you get past the initial hurdles, honestly, AI makes everything simpler for anybody, small business, large business, whatever. So that's why I wanted to hop on here. It's almost 10 minutes, gone long enough. But ultimately, I want to work with you. I want your money. To be honest, but I really want to help you out as well. So we all want more money, right? And the more people I can help, the better it is for everybody. I've written some courses, got some stuff specifically to help introduce you to AI from a very beginner level, just to get you introduced. I do consulting, I do coaching. I can help build a whole entire strategy for you for all of your AI and online marketing, integrating all of that stuff. So let's chat. But in the meantime, I just wanted to share a little story with how I actually ended up doing all of this. And hopefully you found some value in it. It wasn't an ultra valuable video today. It was just kind of my story. So that is it for the day. Buddy is going to chill for a while and decide that my keyboard is his pillow. So have a great rest of your day.